Hey, what is going on, Fan Clan? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Danny Phantump. Happy Thursday. I am so excited because in 24 hours, about 24 hours, about 24 hours, we are going to be open for business. We have a vending booth this weekend in Peoria for the Pokemon Regional Championship. It's going to be the biggest regional ever. There's like 1,200 masters already scheduled to attend. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. It's also the first US event where Lost Origin is legal, so I'm really excited to see how things play out. I cannot wait. I absolutely love this stuff, so I really hope to see some of you guys there. If not at this one, definitely check out the stream. We'll probably go live maybe once or twice just to kind of get a feel for what it's like going to a regional, and then we have a few of them that we're going to be vending early next year as well, so definitely can't wait to it's going to be a great season. It is going to be so much fun. The road to Yokohama, I think that's how you pronounce it, Worlds in Japan, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal. With that being said, let's jump into things. A couple days ago, we talked about alternate arts, and we've spent a lot of time on alternate arts because there's such a special niche in the Pokemon TCG. We looked at the best-selling ones, and today we're going to kind of flip the script a little bit. We're going to look at the worst-selling alternate arts. So the bottom 13, the slowest-moving alternate arts that have been printed. We're not looking at the ones from Sun and Moon because those are we already covered those, but we're going to look at the regular V alternate arts from the Sword and Shield block, the slowest selling ones, so that way you can kind of get a feel for, hey, look at these price points, look at where this is on the graph. Maybe now is the time to kind of add these to the collection because I don't have them yet. We talked about FOMO a little bit and kind of the alternate arts blowing up a little bit in price for some of them. Yeah, there was some talk about Empoleon because of the competitive play and those connotations that go along with it, but still a lot of alternate arts that are really starting to rise, mostly in that VMAX area, but still a lot of alternate art Vs. So we're going to look at the bottom 13 to kind of get a feel for what might be in your budget, so that way you can make the best decision with your collection dollars. And we're going to look at the past year, 6 months, 3 months, depending on when this card came out. So first of all, we're starting out with number 13. That's Golurk V, this alternate art from Evolving Skies. It's a beautiful alternate art, right? With all the extra Pokemon, you've got the Swablu flying there up above. Really cool Golurk just kind of walking through the forest there, helping build things. 1604 is the low point for this card, which it hit in July, but it's still trending in the downward direction. Its current market price is 1675, so it did get hit a little bit by that Evolving Skies reprint, but you can see started out at 2575, not too high to begin with, but then kind of hit a wall at the beginning of 2022. Really kind of hasn't recovered. Still trending downward a little bit. So 1675 is where it's currently sitting, much closer to its 1 year low than its 1 year high. Then we've got the Galarian Slowking V, and this one's actually trending upward. A lot of people kind of forget about this one. It gets a little lost in the shuffle because it is one of the cheaper, more inexpensive alternate arts. At one point, this was selling for $25.55. This is from Chilling Reign. That was in October of 2021 before kind of nosediving to its 1 year low of $20.42 in April of 2022. Came up a little bit, went back down, and now it's climbing back upwards, sitting at $25.55, much closer to its 1 year high than its 1 year low. Number 11, the 11th worst selling alternate art is Greedent V. This is from Fusion Strike. Trying to start a little bit of an upward trend, not working too well. You can see it started out much cheaper, then kind of blew up a little bit at the beginning of 2022 in January. So right around the time that second print wave of Fusion Strike came out, it hit $18.57 before dropping like a rock and went all the way down to $10.43. You can see in July of 2022 before gaining a little bit of that ground, still sitting at $12.80 currently. Number 10 is the Doraladon V. This is from Evolving Skies as well. This one was selling at one point in time for $25.94. That was in October of 2021. So right after that second wave of Evolving Skies came out, it dropped like a rock in February, then started to climb back up a little bit, had a little bit of consistent patch for a couple months, and then fell again. Now it's sitting at $14.45, much closer to its 1 year low of $13.58, which it actually just hit recently in August of 2022. Then we've got the Medicham V. This is a very cool card. I really like the artwork on this card, but definitely one of the most more inexpensive ones. And you can see the ninth worst selling alternate art. So at one point in time, this was at $19.75. When that reprint came, that fourth wave of Evolving Skies that hit in the middle of July or end of July, it fell pretty hard, all the way down to $11.60. Now it's trying to recover a little bit, sitting at $13.29 currently, but much closer to that 1 year low than 1 year high. The number 8 worst selling alternate art just continues to trend downward. No real spikes for the Shadow Rider Calyrex V, which is unfortunate because it is a really cool looking card. At one point in time, this was selling for $38.11. It's lost 50% of that value over the past year. So its 1 year low is $19.70, and that's really what it's sitting at right now, $19.78. So really close to that 1 year low currently. Number 7, this one's unfortunate because this is one of my favorite alternate arts, the Valerian Rapidash. You can see it's actually trending in the upward direction, but still, just because it's trending up doesn't mean it's selling really well. It could still be selling slow despite the fact that it's trending upwards. 24.56 is its 1 year low, which it hit at the beginning of 2022, coming off of a 1 year high of 36.44. Just really dropped super fast, and then now starting to climb back up a little bit. It's at $32.50 currently, so closer to that 1 year high than that 1 year low, but at least it's trending in the upward direction. The number 6 worst selling one is the Single Strike Urshifu V. Lots of ups and downs with this one, right? 17.64 was its 1 year high. Not a whole lot of movement as far as price points go, but you're still looking at about a 33% loss over the past year. Dropped down to about $14 before going back up again in January, then dropped down to about $13 before going back up again in May, then dropped all the way down to its 1 year low of $12.16 in July. Now it's sitting much closer to that 1 year low than that 1 year high, $12.50 currently. Then we've got the Ice Rider Calyrex V. This is from Chilling Reign, also trending in the downward direction. 33.69 is where this card was sitting about a year ago when that second print wave of Chilling Reign came out, which was a very significant one. $20.32 is where it's currently sitting. That's right at its 1 year low of $20.39. 33.69 was its 1 year high, so you can see a little drop there in April before rebounding a little bit to $24, and then it's just continued to trend downward after that. The number 4 worst selling alternate art is the Tornadus V, also from Chilling Reign. A lot of Chilling Reign cards on here. 24.87 is where it was selling at one point in time in October before dropping like a rock in January. And you can see it was really close to its 1 year low of $15.63 in January before gaining a little bit back, but wasn't able to recover well. It's sitting at $18.43 right now, much closer to its 1 year low than its 1 year high. But you can see pretty much since January, it stayed very consistent right around that $17, $18 mark. If we look at the number 3 worst selling alternate art, that's the Rapid Strike Urshifu V, currently sitting at $13.43. It hit a 1 year low in July of $11.17. Its 1 year high was in October of 2021. It hit $21.38. We haven't had a lot of print waves of battle styles because they did overproduce it at the beginning and it just wasn't that popular of a set. Really cool looking card, but unfortunately just heading in the downward trajectory, currently sitting at $13.43. The number 2 worst selling alternate art, surprisingly, I thought this was going to be the number 1, but this is the Sandaconda V. This is from Fusion Strike, just really hasn't recovered well at all. $18.97 is where we saw it when it released. Dropped down really fast like a rock when that second wave came out of Fusion Strike, and it's really just gone downhill since then, but stayed fairly consistent ever since April of 2022, hovering right around that $5 mark. $5.13 is its 1 year low, currently sitting at $5.78. And the number 1 worst selling alternate art is the Blissey V, which is surprising because Blissey V has had a really good run in competitive play, and you can see it is trending upward. But again, just because a card is trending up doesn't mean it's selling fast, and these are just slower moving alternate arts. This Blissey V not gaining a lot of traction as far as sales volume goes, despite the fact that it's increasing in price. At one point in time, this was sitting at $23.70. That was in September of 2021. It dropped really hard all the way down to a 1 year low in November of 2021, which was $17.90, gained a little bit back, dropped down to $19, then gained a bunch back right around that $23 mark, right around its 1 year high. Now it's kind of hovering right around there, currently sitting at $23.24. Definitely let me know in the comment section down below what you think of these alternate arts. Maybe now is the time to pick some of these up if you don't have any for your master set or for your collection. Some of them are really cool looking alternate arts that are relatively inexpensive as we move forward. I also want to know, I'm curious to think what you guys think about the continuation of alternate arts throughout Scarlet and Violet, if you think that they'll continue to bring more of those out. I'm really excited for the ones that they're going to release in Silver Tempest. If you guys do like this kind of information, please leave a like and a comment down below. It goes a really long way for the algorithm, but most importantly, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for everything. Until next time, peace.